it's better to be perceived as strange and a weirdo and different by other people than to be perceived as strange and different to yourself. It's better to be a stranger to other people than to be a stranger to yourself. Instead of trying to please other people and fit in with other people, we have all been created differently. We have all been given the equal opportunity. Yes, I've been trying to remind myself to say this in all my other videos. Everybody has a God-given, not government given or anything like that. Everybody has a God-given right to be happy. That is within us. You can't shake. It's not on me, it's in me. You cannot shake happiness. Nothing has to happen for you to be happy. Me just sitting right here in my backyard, the sun is setting, and it's going on 8 p.m. Can y'all believe that it is 7:55 and it's bright as ever? Like, it's crazy. I'm just now realizing that when summertime comes around, the days get longer. Like, I know I'm 20 years old. I'm just not realizing that, okay? But it takes nothing for you to be happy. All you have to do is say to yourself, I want to be happy. And the reason why a lot of people can never truly be happy is because they stay in their head replaying all these scenarios from the past, or worrying about the future, how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to get food on the table, how they're going to get their car fixed, or they're focused on the past. I can't believe they did that to me. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe I messed this good thing up. I can't believe I missed this opportunity. Instead of focusing on what's happening right now in front of your very freaking eyes. Open your eyes. Sometimes, I'm not even going to lie, I'm not a perfect person. I'm talking fast because I'm getting passionate. I'm getting passionate about what I'm talking about, and I realize I just be going. But let me not stop the flow. Let me keep going. So I get in my head myself. I'm not a perfect person. I practice what I preach, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not ever gonna just come on camera bullshitting. I've never been doing that since when I first started the channel, and before I even started making videos, I've never bullshitted anyone. I always call it like it is. I practice what I preach, and that's why I live such a beautiful life. Because even though I may mess up at times, I still forgive myself. I speak on always forgiving yourself no matter what mistake you make. Tell yourself, it's okay, I can't stop now, I gotta keep moving. I learn, I keep going. I forgive myself for my mistakes. I keep moving. I try not to judge people. If I judge someone, instead of saying, oh, well, I'm right about that, I take a look within and I say, well, what is in me that's making me want to judge them? Like, what do I feel about myself that's making me want to judge them? Because the eye of judgment sees at a distance what it refuses to see in itself. The eyes, why did I point here? The eyes of judgment sees at a distance what it refuses to see in itself. It's like trying to look in the mirror, but you're like, no, I don't want to see. No. But then when you see somebody else doing the same thing that you judge yourself for, you're like, aha, whole time you judge yourself for that same thing, but you don't even realize. But anyways, don't be a stranger to yourself. Don't. I used to try so hard to fit in with everybody, and this is what I was getting at before I went off on that whole tangent. Another thing about me, if you're new to the channel, I do go on tangents, but everything always connects. I've always been saying this, even when I was using the previous intro in my videos. Everything always connects. It don't matter what I'm talking about, I'm gonna find a way to tie it all. I can talk about how a freaking worm is connected to gasoline. You just gotta hear me out. I could talk about how evil eye pendants are connected to trucks. Just hear me out. That's the whole thing. But anyways, we have all been given the God-given purpose to be happy. We have all been given a God-given right to be happy, and we have all been given a purpose, our very own special purpose, our very own special mission. Therefore, everybody is living on their very own paths. Everybody is walking down their own paths with their own unique lessons to learn that is catered to specifically them. So when you try to fit in with other people, what other people are doing, and how other people are living their life, when you're trying to listen to, just do what everybody else is doing because that's what's being accepted, you're denying yourself. Right, Papa? You hungry, man? And I'm not saying that, oh, if you listen to the same types of music as somebody else, then you're denying yourself. No. But when you are doing it with the intent to fit in, and you know that's not really your cup of tea, but you're doing it just to try and fit in, yes, you are going against yourself. And like I said, don't be a stranger to yourself. I'd rather be listening to my weird electro pop music than the new music. Have y'all heard the music that's coming out these days? Oh my word. I don't know what happened after 2018, or matter of fact 2016. It felt like there was a whole shift in the universe in music when 2016 dropped. Like, we started to see more trap music. Nobody's really making truthful, like, heart-touching R&B music. That is my favorite genre, R&B music. I love it. But even the R&B music these days are just like, what the hell? Is this what it's about? Like, the R&B music these days are talking about causing physical harm to each other and all this other stuff. But the R&B music back then was like just touching your soul. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's me getting off topic again. But what I wanted to say was, I used to try so hard when I was a little kid to fit into a mold that I just could not fit in. Like, every time I saw myself trying to be what other people around me were being, trying to, like, for example, 2016, right? Like, if you were like a young adolescent teenager around that age, you know what it means when somebody says you're dressed like it's 2016. You know, with the little, I don't even know how to explain it, the graphic tee, the ripped up skinny jeans, and the J's. You know what I mean? Depending on, you know, your aesthetic and everything. But that's because it's like that was a trend that everybody was following. And at one point in time, I wanted to dress like that. I wanted to be what they were being, because that was what was accepted. What I wanted to dress like, how I wanted to wear my hair, the type of music that I wanted to listen to, it wasn't accepted. And so I rejected myself, and all the things that I was doing. Every time I got my hands on some money, I was spending my money on things that would make people accept me more. And the only thing that caused was me to stray further and further away from knowing myself. That's all that did to me, was make me feel like a stranger to myself. And one thing I've always said since the beginning of my videos, you're not spending the rest of your life with anybody but you. Your best friend, yeah, who's to say that they are permanent in your life? Only God has that say so. Your spouse, your partner, who's to say? And I'm not wishing this on anybody, but only God knows your future. And so you can say, oh, I'm going to be with you forever, and then it's not forever. So it's like, the only person you're spending your life with is really you. So you got to get to know yourself and learn how to accept yourself, because it's only going to be you. It's only going to be you. It's not going to be anybody else. And I'm not saying you're going to be alone, because you're never alone. But what I'm saying is, in those moments when it's just you have to realize who you are. What do you like to do when it's just you? Just be who you are is what I'm trying to say. Stop trying to fit into a mold. And back to what I was saying, I tried to fit into that mold so bad, and I did not know who I was when it was just me. And so when I was just alone, I would turn to outside sources, like, okay, what is everybody else doing? I was so busy. That's what part of the reason why I don't use social media. I think that's honestly the main reason why I don't use social media anymore, because I was tuned in. Like, when I was alone, when it was just me and I did not know who I was like, okay, it's weird. It felt weird for me to be alone with myself, because it felt as if I was like on a bus ride, just me, two people on a bus, me and a complete stranger, and we just sitting next to each other. Like, that's what it felt. It just felt awkward. Like, okay, who are you? Whole time it's me. Whole time I didn't even know who I was. I was just sitting there with me, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is awkward. So I would go on social media, just look at what other people are doing with their time, what other people are doing with their lives, and then I would feel unhappy, because it's like, I want to do that. I want to do what those people are doing. I want to be accepted by them and doing those things that they're doing. That's why I feel like a lot of people, and here's my take on this, when people go out somewhere like a concert or anything like that, and they record the whole entire time, I think part of the reason they only go is just to say, here, look at, wait, it's just to say, look at what I'm doing. I'm here having this good time. Do you guys see how good of a time I'm having, instead of just really enjoying the moment? Like, another thing that I've been learning, when I really enjoy a moment, like when I'm truly enjoying the moment, it's no need for me to take pictures and videos the whole time. I might snap a quick picture and then keep going about my day. Or if I see a beautiful sunset, I might take a picture or I might not. Sometimes I might just look at it and I'm like, damn, that's beautiful. And I'll paint the mental picture and I keep going. You know how many beautiful sunsets I've seen that I've not shared with people? So it's better to just please yourself. Instead of trying to please others, just please yourself. It's okay to be different. I feel like we live in a world where everybody's following the same trends. Especially, it was so weird and so creepy to me personally. I see everybody as human. I don't care how much money you have. A lot of people believe that money really is power. And so celebrities, right, have a lot of money. And it's so weird that people idolize celebrities just because, like, take the money out of the equation, right? Take all the money and all the fame, everything that they have. It doesn't matter how good they sing or anything like that. Take all of that out of the equation. You know how many people there are who can sing real good that aren't celebrities? But nobody idolizes them because they don't have the money. But as soon as your name just gets thrown around there and you've got the fame and the money, that's when people idolize you. And it's so weird to me personally, now that I've found God, because I haven't always believed in God. I've said this before. But now that I've found God, it is so weird how people idolize celebrities and not God. Like, people be like, stand this and stand that. And I'm like, what is going on with the world? Like, when a celebrity has a baby, everybody loses their shit. Like, you know how many women have babies every single day? And I'm not saying every child is very special, first of all, but it's weird how when it's a celebrity baby, everybody is fixated. What does the baby look like? Oh my gosh, that baby's gonna be so blessed. Just because somebody has money does not make the baby blessed. Two people can be shit parents yet have enough money for the baby, but babies need love, care, attention, so many things besides material needs. You know what I mean? Babies don't need anything materially but food, water, shelter. Everything else comes from within. I don't know, I just kind of want to say that a little bit, I guess. But don't be a stranger to yourself. Really take time to get to know who you are. Spend time alone. A lot of people, like, especially a lot of people are no longer living because of quarantine, and not because, well, COVID too, but also because they did not know how to be alone with themselves. It genuinely, like the example I gave before, it's like being with a stranger, but the stranger is you. I don't want anybody here to be a stranger to themselves. Nobody here should feel foreign. Nobody here should feel like they don't know themselves, truthfully. I remember when people would ask me, when people would say, so tell me about yourself, and I would just freeze up, because deep down inside, I did not know who I was, deep down inside. But if you were to ask me that now, I would tell you I'm very easygoing. I might not be outgoing, but I am outstanding. I'm very well spoken. I'm very kind. I'm very passionate about the things that I like to talk about and the things that I love about life. Like, I can just keep going and tell you so much that I love about myself because I have taken the time to get to know myself. And really, it's only been almost 2 years. Like, I was thinking about this shoe store called Payless, and it used to be right on the corner near where I live. And I was thinking, and right now there's a Chipotle where it used to be, because Payless no longer sells shoes and everything like that. And I was just thinking about that earlier today, and I was like, damn, what happened to Payless? And I just started thinking about all the times where I used to try and pick out the cool shoes that everybody had on, or, well, obviously it wasn't like Nikes or Jordans or anything, but I was trying my best to pick out the cool looking shoes that wouldn't get me picked on, because the light up, sparkly, colorful shoes that I liked as a child, people weren't wearing those. A lot of kids were growing up super duper fast. Everybody was wearing like the Jordans and the Nikes and all these other types of shoes, but all I had was Payless. And at the time in my life where I was wearing Payless, I didn't appreciate it because I didn't know what I had until it was gone. Payless was an excellent place. Now that I'm older, I would love to shop at Payless. Oh my goodness, I'm so serious. Now that I'm much older, I would love to go to Payless and say, I want some new shoes, but I don't want to spend $70 just for some plain white sneakers, when I could go to Payless and get some plain, I can get 3-4 pairs of shoes for $70. Like, hello. So just appreciate all that you have. Learn how to just be with yourself. Stop trying to impress other people and just hop on the bandwagon. When you do things, do it because you want to do it, not because you feel like it will, not because you feel like people will accept you if you did it this way, or you know what I mean. Like, a lot of people get, like, to me it's really strange how people get nose jobs and face fillers instead of just allowing their bodies to be natural. Of course people can do what they want to do, but now that I am where I am in my life and I realize that God, hello, let me say this, God made my body and I look the way God intended me to look. Y'all have to understand, God is the creator, right? If God made these trees, this whole entire planet, first of all, God made this whole entire planet and it's so beautiful, right? And he made me as well. He made me as well, right? I am beautiful. God says I am the most beautiful. This is the most beautiful I could ever look. Nothing that I add on my body will make me any more beautiful than I already am. That is what God says. And it's getting dark because now my glasses are starting to get the glare. So that's why I keep moving my head. I realize I've been moving my head a lot, but so I'm about to end this video. But it's weird to me how I see the people, like, this is what my eyebrows naturally look like. This is their natural shape. I used to feel the need to want to shave them down and carve them out to make them look like a definite shape, because they don't really have a definite shape. But I'm still beautiful with these eyebrows. I'm still beautiful with my natural eyes and eyelashes. I'm still beautiful with my natural ethnic nose and my lips and my teeth and my ears and my whole entire face. I'm just beauty, physical beauty. And I thank God every day for giving me life in this body, and I just want to do the best for myself. So stay tuned for another video, you guys, because I'm fired up and I wish the sun wasn't setting, because I would end this video and then record another one right after. So stay tuned for another video dropping tomorrow, because today is Monday and the video did just go up. So if you guys haven't already, go check that out, because I just talked about moving with pure intentions and everything like that. And so this video will be coming out tomorrow, which is Tuesday. And then so stay tuned for the video tomorrow from when you're watching this, because if you guys are watching this on Tuesday, so stay tuned for the next video on Wednesday. But thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're still watching to this point, comment down below and let me know, like, hi or something. Comment down a smiley face if you're watching to this point. I'm serious, but you don't have to do it. It's no pressure. And I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, friends. The video is over, but I also wanted to add this in. Be yourself in every given moment. If people cannot accept you for being yourself, then those aren't the people who need to be around you. When you are being your true self, and you let your light, your true inner light, shine from within and express itself outwards, those who are genuinely not meant to be in your life, those who are genuinely not meant to be around you, those things, those people, anybody who is not meant to be around you will reveal themselves. All you have to do is be you. All you have to do is put authentic energy out into the universe and say, this is who I really am. And those who cannot accept you for who you really are will be removed effortlessly. I'm telling you that right now. Don't try and drop down to someone else's level because you want to be accepted by them. Be okay with not being accepted. A lot of people cannot accept themselves for who they are. So when they see you accepting yourself for who you are, they feel some type of way. What they hate in you is missing in them. Let me say that again. What they hate in you is missing in them. So if all you're doing is just being yourself and being your true happy self like God intended you to be, your true happy beautiful self like God intended you to be, and people are getting mad at that says more about them than it says about you. And on top of that, when people get mad at you for being your true happy beautiful self, that is a reflection of how bright you shine. That is a direct reflection saying you shine so bright that other people cannot stand to look at you, because you are a direct reminder of what they are lacking in their life, what they are lacking in themselves, what the work that they're refusing to do in themselves. So keep doing work on yourself, because you're doing a great job, even though it might not feel like it. Let me tell you this before I end this video. Well, technically the video is already over because I already did the outro and everything, but let me tell you this, the sun is setting too. Do y'all see the moon? I love the moon. Anyway, when you're following your intuition, life is gonna go so smooth. It doesn't matter what you're doing, even if it feels like you're not making any progress, if it just feels plain and you don't feel like you're kind of like messing things up, but you just feel like nothing's happening, maybe know that you are on the right track. Because when you're listening to yourself, when you're listening to that divine guidance, things are going to go so smoothly for you. But it's when you're not following your intuition that things are chaotic and rough and bumpy and everything. And sometimes things get rough and bumpy because you have to learn a lesson. And so when you listen to your intuition throughout that rough and bumpiness, you learn how to calm yourself in the midst of a storm instead of trying to calm the storm. Because when you try to calm the storm, you're only going to aggravate the storm even more. But all you can do is calm yourself. So yeah, this is all that I just wanted to add into the video. But yeah, so it's the next day and I'm getting ready to upload the video. But one thing I also wanted to say was that in a world where everybody is doing the same thing, riding the same wave, everybody is just low-key just starting to look similar, be similar, act similar, just do everything the same. Do what you want to do. Be you. Forge your own path. You don't have to follow where everybody else is going. You do you. Be your own self, because nobody can copy that and nobody can replace that. And so what if you're going to be the only one riding this one big old wave over here while everybody's riding a little baby wave? That's on you. You're brave, you're strong, and you can do anything you want to do. So yeah, now this is the end of the video, because this is all I gotta do, and then I'm gonna upload the video. So yeah, and if you're watching this far in the video, I want to say thank you guys so much. My heart goes out to you guys, and I really hope anyone out there learns to accept themselves if you haven't already, because it really is a beautiful thing when you can just wake up every day and not hate yourself. It is a beautiful thing when you can wake up every day and show people who you were born to be. Show up as yourself and not trying to be somebody else, because it's not draining. It's not, there's no anxiety tied to it. I used to have so much social anxiety because I was not being myself and I was so worried about others accepting me. But one thing I realized is like my social anxiety is gone. No, I'm not outgoing and I'm not gonna just talk to people out of nowhere, but I don't feel like everybody's staring down my back when I go out in public anymore. So yeah.